Salutations. Very quickly, let's talk about the praying mantis encounters, what the Urantia Book calls life carriers. This book right here, the Urantia Book. You know, I've got some issues with this. Anyone that saw my other video about this, racially it's skewed, all right? But there's some other things in there that are very good. And what we're going to do is step aside the hate I took for saying that, but we're going to talk about one of the good sections of this, all right? And it's a section that is called the life carriers, which will be pages 396 to pages 405 of your Urantia Book. And the reason why I want to kind of correlate this with praying mantis encounters is because we have, if you look really closely into the contactee experience or phenomenon, you'll see a lot of people saying that they've encountered different types of praying mantises, but some that are huge, like 20 feet tall, and several different types that emit a type of light from their mouth or coming from their heads. And that's very interesting. What is it with the light coming from the heads and their mouths? And several of these praying mantises have told experiencers and contactees that we are older than your solar system and we seeded your solar system. So in that way, that puts them in part of a process of being what the Urantia Book is calling a life carrier. And the Urantia Book doesn't exactly describe what the life carriers look like. What I feel spiritually and what I seem to remember also is the life carriers look like what we call panspermia. But the truth is, what as beings for them, evolutionary, what do they look like throughout their evolutionary process, their soul lifeline? At one point, do they maybe look like mantises or something? We don't really know. So that's out there. I think that's open quite a bit for somewhat of speculation. So I wanted to draw that about the praying mantis, about the Urantia Book, and maybe say that there's something that could be correlated there. And maybe we need to take our perspective and perception outside of the box here. What all types of life carrier incarnations are there? What all do they look like? Okay, so how much truth might be to that? There's a lot of connection with the praying mantis and also resurrection technology, what's called the Hall of Translation by a lot of contactees. So that's where a lot of souls get transferred into copy bodies and things like that. This needs to be addressed, all right? The whole insectoid part of the contact experience needs to be addressed much more than it is. So that's just some food for thought. Please subscribe to this. Go to my Patreon channel. I'll probably talk about this in much more detail there, but that's where the action is going to be for me there now, not YouTube as much. So thank you for all the support. Please subscribe here. Give me a reason to keep going. Peace.